All right, let's talk about a very simple rule called the rule of thirds. So if I were to divide the frame into thirds, both horizontally and vertically, you would get this little grid. And ideally, you'd want to line your subject. If you can see where the cross section of the two lines are, you want to line your subject up somewhere in that area called a hot zone. The idea of putting your subject in the center, which is what most people do, and there are very stylistic shots where you would want to put someone in the center or put your actor in the center. But for interviews and for most shots, for some reason, the human brain aesthetically likes when we're a little off center on that rule of thirds, right? Same over here on that rule of thirds. Now, the horizontal rule of thirds, that comes into play when you're photographing or filming landscape or architecture. Ideally, you want to keep the horizon at one of those lines. And so, let's say I was filming the beach. I might want to have water down in the 2/3 and sky on the 1/3 top. If instead, the water isn't that interesting, but the sky is amazing. Maybe there's a sunset or there's lots of really cool clouds or a storm or something going on. Then you would move that down to that 2/3 line on the bottom. This generally just produces a more aesthetically pleasing picture. Now, rules are meant to be broken. So people, artists, wonderful people who make films break these rules all the time. But in general, the rule of thirds is a good idea to follow.